Hi there and welcome back to Japan, where we've got another BAND-MAID song, and this is one that is, to the best of my knowledge, I don't remember anyone ever suggesting this song. It's Glory, but it's one where the thumbnail keeps on coming up in my suggested videos list, and it does kind of look like an interesting, fun, rocky video, so I'm just going to dive in and have a listen. See what I think. This is a band who I've kind of liked everything I've heard by them so far, so fingers crossed this will be another good one. Anyway, here we go. Go! Play. Oh, here we go. Interesting. Is that like a VR headset? Yeah, it is. Where are we going with this? Certainly a lot more trippy than most of the stuff I've heard up to this point. And that's a really old school sort of hard rock riff though. I like that bit. So this is the bit that sounds like it's the chorus, but it's not. Or it is. But then there's a bit after. I love how trippy and unexpected the arrangement is for this. And just the whole rhythm. Again, the drummer's doing a fantastic job. Needs to be pointed out more and more, I think. Nice break. Very nice. Simple video as well, but quite a fun idea. Oh, what's going to happen now? Oh, it's a silhouette. Yeah, it's one of those videos that I think is supposed to look meaningful at the end, but it's not meaningful. It's just cool, and it is cool. I like that video. Yeah, so I think this doesn't really add anything new to what I already thought of the band. I think it just reinforces a lot of the things. I mean, one of the things that I would definitely say about that is it was really, again, another really catchy hook that I really enjoyed. Good variation, and the more and more I listen to them, the more I realise one of the best things about them is that they're very good at tapping a lot of things into their their arrangements. I mean, at first, like I said, I was struggling to work out which bit the chorus was because there were so many bits which were catchy in it. It was, and you kind of know there's going to be a central chorus, but I was thinking, which bit's the chorus again? So anyway, no, that was really nicely done. Again, I think the more I listen to them as well, the more I want to point out that the drummer is, she's just really, really always kind of on it. I don't know how the writing process works with them, whether a band who all sit around and work together, but usually if you either have a lead writer or someone just starts the song and then everyone else joins in their bits, I would love to know creatively how she gets involved, because it just seems that she takes whatever is there and she winds so many different types of rhythms and things around it. So yeah, as a general, that was just another top-notch song. Once I worked out which bit the chorus was, I'm starting to become aware it's actually very catchy. It's one of those ones that doesn't hit you straight away, but it sort of seeps in. I think if I listened to that a couple more times, I would have trouble getting that chorus out of my head, actually. I think it's one of those ones that grows on you slowly. Yeah, like I say, this nothing shocking about that, nothing where I went, oh. I mean, it had all the usual things, like it had the variation in the rhythm, it had their usual sort of killer hard rock riff. That was a bit more of an old school riff than I think even usually they go for. There was a nice little choppy bit in the verse with the vocals. So nothing, like I said, once again, they're not a band who, certainly after you've heard a couple of songs, nothing they do really shocks. The BAND-MAID thing obviously being an exception, I really loved that, but nothing they do really shocks, but it is, I think, mostly just shocking how effective they are at churning out this, I don't want to say formula because it makes it sound like they're all very samey, but this framework of how to write effective but always interesting and always unique songs. And that is actually one of the things which is really curious, because when you usually think about bands who always do kind of the same thing, it can get very tiresome. You get some bands who try to veer away from that and it doesn't work. Obviously, thinking of the worst examples, and I'm going to upset a lot of people by saying this, but I think of bands like Oasis, and I just think Oasis, every single song was interchangeable. They were all just the same and it was just boring by the end. And then you get some bands who try to veer away from what they're famous for, and like I say, there's pitfalls. But it is interesting how, after now hearing, I think I'm sort of into a good 10 or 11 songs I've heard by them now, it is amazing that they all feel fresh. I'm never listening to one of their songs and just going, here we go again. It doesn't feel like I could just go, I'll just play one of the old ones. It always feels like there's just enough detail, enough creativity. I think this is what happens when you throw all of those little things in. Like I said, there's so much attention to the detail. The bassist is always doing a lot, the drummer's always doing a lot, the singer's always really tweaking so that all of the melodies are quite individual. And like I say, you have the guitarist is fantastic, you have the lead guitarist is fantastic, and the rhythm guitarist really holds it all together by having a really solid presence in every song. So it's now becoming, when I hear their songs, it more just reminds me of why I think they have been such a fantastically impressive band, and why I've stuck with listening to more and taking more of your suggestions, which I will continue to do, because like I say, it hasn't got samey yet. There always seems to be interesting little things to pick up from each of their songs, but I said this more stands as an affirmation of just why they're a good band than anything particularly shocking. Anyway, so I'll stop waffling about that now, because I think we've kind of got everything we can from that. But yeah, another fantastic song. And as I was saying when I last listened to one of the Baby Metal songs, who are another band who I've been sort of crawling down the rabbit hole with BAND-MAID, I'm thinking, if it's not too self-indulgent, which it might be a little bit, but I think it might be interesting for me to put together a list of my top 5 songs that I've heard from them, and try to explain and justify why, so that I can maybe try and put across, and also think myself about what are the qualities and that I've most enjoyed with this band, and what things have made them stand out. And it could be difficult with BAND-MAID, because like I say, the quality level is extremely high all the time, and they do stay within their genre, so it will be interesting to think about that. But if I can come up with a list that I can justify, I might well do that. Anyway, for now, from Japan, until you want to join me again, which of course you can do anytime, there's enough videos now to go around. But for now, ciao ciao.